Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Our day's beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Our day's beginning, there's so much to do. Hey, my friends, welcome back. I missed you. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Are you ready to go over our punctuation marks? We use them a lot when we're reading books and when we're reading a text. They're very important. Punctuation marks are symbols that we use in written language. The words that we speak are called spoken words, and those spoken words can be used to write words. So everything I'm saying could be written down. Well, when we're writing, we need to understand what the author's trying to tell us. The author writes the words. The author writes the words. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. The author writes the words. Well, if the author is going to write the words, the illustrator is going to need to know when a sentence stops and when a sentence starts. Well, we can't know that unless we have something to tell us. So that's why we have those symbols. They're very important for people like the illustrator to really understand what the author is trying to say. And the reader can really understand what the author is trying to say. The illustrator draws the pictures. The illustrator draws the pictures. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. The illustrator draws the pictures. They can't draw the pictures if they don't know what the author's trying to say. Well, these punctuation marks are very important for written language. So as we're reading, we have to know them. We're going to be able to use them when we start writing. And we're also going to have to understand what the author's trying to tell us, what we're trying to learn from what the author has written. Because the author writes words to help us learn new things. Are you ready? What's that first one that we sing all the time? Do you remember what it is? What's it called? Great job, you said period. Now, we sing a different song, don't we? A period's like a dot, a period's like a dot. Every time you see me, you must stop. We sing it every time. This one says, I am a period. Let me hear you say it. I look just like a dot. Let me hear you. Good job. Every time you see me, let me hear you. You must stop. You must stop. Did you get it? Periods tell us when to stop. That tells us when the sentence has finished. A period. A period's like a dot. A period's like a dot. Every time you see me, you must stop. Good job, my friends. You ready for the next one? This one doesn't have a song, but we use it a lot in class. You ready? What is this one? And what does it do? What's it called? And what does it do? You're right. It's a question mark. And it's asking a question, so we have to answer it, right? We sure do. Let's read. Here we go. I am a question mark. Let me hear you. I ask a lot of things. Let me hear you. Good job. Good singing. Every time you see me. Good job. I wonder what will it be? I wonder what it will be. And it's always asking for an answer. It's asking us a question. Like, what is your name? My name is Mrs. Palmer. What's your name? Can you tell me your name? Let me hear you. Oh, good job. You're right. Saying your name would answer the question. Good job, my friends. Question mark. That punctuation mark comes at the end of a sentence to let you know the author is asking a question. and there needs to be an answer. Let's do another one. You ready? Here we go. You tell me what it is. What punctuation mark is this? And what does it do? Why do authors use it when they're writing? Did you say exclamation point? You got it. It is an exclamation point. And what do we do when we see an exclamation point at the end of a sentence? Did you say widen your eyes? You remembered. We widen our eyes because it usually means there's a surprise or someone's excited. I am so excited. If somebody was writing what I speak on a daily basis, they would use exclamation points all the time, wouldn't they? Because I'm always happy. I'm always excited. Let's read it together. Here we go. I'm an exclamation point. Let me hear you. Good job. I'm full of surprise. Let me hear you. Good job. Every time you see me. Oh, I hear you singing. Great job, friends. Widen your eyes. Say it so I can hear you. You're right. Did you widen your eyes? Widen your eyes. Great job. It shows a surprise and excitement. And the author tells you that someone's surprised or excited in the text. That's good information to know, don't you think? I think so too. It helped me when I'm answering comprehension questions. I know it's going to help you. Here's another one. You ready? Which one is this one? Do you remember? And what does it mean? What does it do? Did you say comma? You got it right. It's a comma. And what does a comma do? What does a comma tell us to do? It's not in the beginning of a sentence. It's not at the end of a sentence. It's in the middle of the sentence. It tells us to pause. It tells us to stop and take a breath and then keep reading. You got it, my friends. Let's read. You ready to read with me? Let's read more about commas. Here we go. I am a comma. Let me hear you. Good job. I look just like a hook. Let me hear you. Make your hook. Good job. Every time you see me. There's one right there. Every time you see me. Good job, my friends. Slow down and look. Let me hear you. You got it. Slow down and look. Right? Get your eyes on. Slow down and look. Right? We look through our fingers like this. With our hands. We slow down and look. It's a good way to stop and pause and take a breath. Commas, we pause or we slow down and look. This is a comma. Great job, my friends. It looks just like a hook. Can you show me a hook with your finger? A hook. Can you show me? Like Captain Hook from Peter Pan? Hook, right? A comma is a hook. And you always see a comma on the same level a period would be on, right? At the bottom of the sentence, right? Somewhere in the middle, but it would be at the bottom. If you see a comma at the top, that's not a comma, that's something different. We'll get to that soon. You ready? There it is. It looks like a hook, but it's not below. It's up high. It's not down low. It's up high. What punctuation mark is this? Do you remember? It's called an apostrophe. Can you say apostrophe? Great job, my friends. Say it again. Apostrophe. What does an apostrophe do? Well, it tells it if it's yours or if it's mine. It shows possession. If I have a bike, it's Miss Palmer's bike. And before I add that S on the back of Palmer, I have to have an apostrophe. Some of my friends have apostrophes in their name, and that just breaks apart their name, right? Kind of gives it a little pause in there. But this is used to show possession. Whose is it? Is it your toy or is it mine? That apostrophe will tell us, won't it? Sure will. Let's read together. I am an apostrophe. Let me hear you. Oh, great job. I am above the line. You see it? It's above the line all the way at the top. You see it? It's right there. Every time you see me. Every time you see me. Good job, friends. I show yours or mine. Say it. I show yours or mine. Right? Good job, friends. Apostrophe. It shows something if something is yours or if it's mine. It shows possession. And it's always up, up, up. And not down, down, down. If it's lower to the ground, it's a comma. If it's higher up, it's an apostrophe. Don't forget it. Good job, my friends. This is the last one that we're going to go over today. They're very important. Okay, you ready? Let's see if you remember them. What are these called? And what do they do? What are these called? And what do they do? Did you say quotation marks? You got it! They're quotation marks. And they tell us when people are talking. If the author used quotation marks, that means a character is saying something. Oh, that's important to know when you're reading. Is when a character says something important or says anything at all, it has to use these quotation marks. Let's read a little about the quotation marks. You ready? We are quotation marks. Let me hear you. We are quotation marks. We are in groups of two. We are in groups of two. You got it. Every time you see us. Every time you see us. Oh, I see a comma and it's below the line. That's how I know it's not an apostrophe. Good job, my friends. Talking is what we do. Talking's what we do. Good job, my friends. These are quotation marks. They're so important. The author uses them so much in books and texts to tell us what the characters are saying. And they have a lot to say, don't they? Those characters have a lot to tell us. And they're giving us new information. And we're growing our knowledge, aren't we? Spoken words can be written, and they need these symbols, don't they? So we have to learn these symbols so that we can be authors, and we can also understand what the author's trying to tell us in books that we didn't write. I know you want to be an author when you grow up. We have to know these punctuation marks, don't we? I'm so proud of you today. You did such a great job. Will you sing these with your family? Will you find them in a book and tell them, hey mommy, hey daddy, that's a period. Oh, that's a comma. Oh, that's a question mark. And tell them what they do. Can you utilize what we're doing today in class in your everyday life? When you're reading with your mommies and daddies and your aunts and uncles and your grandmas and grandpas or your siblings, you can read with them too. Can you help them Can you teach them what you know? Oh, I'm so proud of you. Watch this as many times as you need until you memorize them, because we need to memorize them, don't we? Especially for kindergarten. This is so important for us to know for kindergarten and for first grade and for second grade and for third grade. And even when we go to college, we need to know those punctuation marks. We need to use them every day when we're writing our sentences. Thank you, my friends. You did such a good job. I love you so much. I'll see you later.